Hey everyone. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, um, have a lot of different interests and hobbies, go to the gym a lot. It's mainly what my channel has been about. But for a while I was doing some Magic the Gathering content, just playing Arena online while I kind of do commentary on it while I play. I've been getting back into playing online a little bit and kind of just mostly was kind of doing more or less like online window shopping and stuff like that. And every once in a while hopping on to the apps, Magic and then Pokemon, and just seeing like, oh wow, these are the new sets they have on or, have out. And when I would hop on, like Pokemon, for example, would get rewards and stuff just for logging on. And Magic always had like some booster packs and like new cards and stuff for me when I would get on. But I would play Magic every now and then. I think I might have did. I don't even know if I played Pokemon, but I did like one Magic match every now and then. But been actually built a deck today online for ranked play and won a couple of ranked play matches today. So probably gonna try to get back into doing that. Maybe do some videos. Good way to pass the time, keep myself busy. Getting back into music too. Had a lot of music on my YouTube. Originally when I started it, um, downloaded actually just like an hour or so ago. Ableton Note for the iPhone. So playing around with that. I'm still not exactly sure if I can download songs onto my phone to release on like Instagram or whatever. But we'll see how that goes. I'm still contemplating getting a laptop and either re-downloading the Ableton Suite 9 I had or having to buy a whole new one, which wouldn't have the money for a laptop and a whole new, at least up-to-date Ableton software. Or I think they might offer free versions of their older ones. And the lights are pretty cheap. Anyway, if I could just do that, I could definitely make beats, and it's not much for a microphone and an interface. Just a SM58 simple dynamic mic and a simple like Scarlett 2i2 interface. If you know anything about music production, that would only run me like 200 bucks or so, 250 for new stuff. The laptop would be well over a grand. Um, and yeah, Ableton, like Ableton 10 software, I think that's the newest. They might be coming out with 11. I don't know. Um, That would be probably close to a grand too, at least a couple hundred, over 500, 600, 700. At least when I was getting it, like probably a decade ago now. That's what it was. But anyway, went on a really long tangent there. I wanted to hop on just to do something kind of new. I went to the card shop today. Like I said, I was doing online shopping, um, window shopping, um, and just browsing through some of my old cards. I did play some Magic Tabletop. I have been playing Magic Tabletop throughout the past couple years, just with some friends, and still just playing the arena. But just got back into arena. I haven't played tabletop in a while now. But anyway, the Marvel Superheroes set for Magic the Gathering is coming out, so really cool. Shops, if there's shops around you, they do pre-releases. They were doing pre-release events at the card shop down the street. I'm sure they were doing it at Comic Kings in Virginia Beach area. I went to Kaboom today off Southland Haven because they're just selling their cards too for their pre-release. So I just got didn't want to get a booster pack. I actually recently to go off another tangent. I was just like, man, I got a little bit of money. I can spend things I want. I haven't been drinking lately either, so I've been saving money, not buying beer. So I got a couple booster packs, Pokemon, and then two Magic ones, and more or less, obviously, didn't really get any great cards. Would have been a lot cheaper just to buy them individually. They were all, really, really cheap cards. But anyway, and I opened some old packs that I had laying around. I might open some more later. So maybe I'll do a video with that. I've been just when I hop on Instagram or Facebook, whatever, that pops up on my feed too, and card shows and stuff like that. People doing trades and having really cool cards. So it's always interesting to me. Anyway, to finally get to the thing I hopped on here for, just wanted to show and share a couple cards I picked up at Kaboom today, the card shop down the street in Virginia Beach. Great little shop. I just wanted to see, I was thinking they would have them on display, but they mostly just have Pokemon, really expensive Pokemon stuff on display. They have boxes you could browse through, but a lot of their stuff is just on the computer, and then they have a back room, they'll grab it for you. So it's actually kind of makes it a lot easier in some ways. You could just search the exact card you're looking for, or just go through a set and browse through on the computer there. So that's what I did. I just browsed through the set and saw, I was just like, let me get some, relatively cheap cards that I just like the art. I think it's interesting. Some of them will be good players. Whether I put it in a deck or not, remains to be seen. Like I said, I don't really play a lot of tabletop. But anyway, here we go. So, first one that caught my eye, that I was like, okay, I think I'm definitely going to get that one. Captain America's Shield, 2 colorless mana, legendary artifact, equipment. So I really like the art. I mean, just right smack dab in the middle there. Captain America's shield, kind of iconic if you're a Marvel fan. So what it does, it is a rare. It's a legendary artifact equipment. Has indestructible. Equipped creature gets +0/+8 and has vigilance. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. Equip cost is 2 colorless mana. So that just seems like a really good card to me. The cost efficiency, I mean, it's a rare, so usually rares I think have good cost efficiency. I'm not too experienced with Magic, but a lot of things, sometimes you read a card, especially equipment, because really the it's 4, mana, but I mean, it gives it vigilance and then +8 defense, or, +8 toughness is really good. So it seems like a really good card. And then the abilities it has with it, you could, tap a defending creature, so leaves them kind of powerless, at least with the one creature. Anyway, you could decide what you want to do with it if you get it. And then the next one, I didn't read it. Daredevil, Man Without Fear, one of my favorite characters. Captain America, also one of my favorite characters. Similar to like Superman, kind of just the Boy Scout. I mean, they call Captain America the Boy Scout all the time, but Superman was the original. Captain America shortly after him, but anyway, Daredevil, Man Without Fear, really cool. So you see, I got like the borderless art cards. This one's red, white, 4 total mana. Legendary creature, human hero, rare. Vigilance and haste, 3/4 power toughness. Radar sense. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. It's helpful. Whenever you attack, you may exile the top card of your library. If that card is a hero card, Daredevil gets +2/+1 until end of turn. You may play that card this turn. So it's got a lot of useful stuff there. Sometimes things like that, I don't know exactly how to use it, unless maybe someone explained to me how to play it into a deck. Like I said, I'm not super experienced with Magic, so sometimes I'll read cards and I'll be like, I don't really see how that could be useful to me. But like, I mean, I kind of see, what that one does. But just, I've seen cards that are just like, you can look at the top card of your library at any time. And it can help to know what you're going to draw next. But I've seen people use it, like for this one, for example, it's kind of obvious that it says, so you could look at the top card of your library. So it helps you decide if you want to exile that top card to get that special effect or whatever it has, or if you just want to wait. Because if you don't have the mana to play it, then it goes into exile and you can't get that card back. Anyway, next one. I just like this one because it has like old school art. The character name sounds familiar, and I know Hydra. So it's Baron Strucker, Hydra Overlord. Baron Strucker. The name sounds familiar, but it's not a super popular character. This card was only like 60 cents. Altogether today, just for the cards, it was like 16 bucks. A couple cents less than that. The Captain America, I think, was the most expensive, like $6. That Daredevil was $2. This one was only 60 cents. Baron Strucker, I just like the old school looking art on it. Really cool to me. The colors on it. So it's a black, 2 and black. Uncommon, legendary creature, human villain, 2/2, power toughness. Villain spells you cast cost 1 mana less to cast. That's very helpful. Whenever another villain, so especially if you're building a villain deck specifically, whenever another villain you control enters, you may have it connive. Do this only once each turn. I forget what connive does. I've seen it in decks. I just remember it being an ability that I didn't really like doing that much. I can't remember. I'm not going to pretend like I remember. I was going to say, I feel like it has something to do with adding counters or discarding. I really can't remember. I'm probably wrong. I'm not going to keep guessing on it. I just remember I didn't like using it. This one I liked because I read the comic books of the same name. And it's an Enchantment Saga. It has Iron Man on it. Shooting his, shoot, I don't even know what it's called. Shooting like his handguns, the beams from his hands, whatever. Armor Wars. Pretty decent. At least the one I read, I think 2015. They might have a couple now. I think 2015 was the first one. Armor Wars, little mini series, like a 5-issue series. That took place during the Secret Wars era, when like Doctor Doom was controlling, like made a patchwork battle world and was like the god of the universe or whatever. I forget what his name was. He had like kind of a different name, like God Doom or whatever. But anyway, Armor Wars, Enchantment Saga. This one's a rare too. I don't remember how much this one cost. I think just a couple bucks. There was another one too. A couple other Enchantment Sagas that had like action scenes. But I think I like the blue and red. So it's 2 mana, blue, red, 4 mana total. I didn't even read it yet. But first, what is it called? Chapter? Step? I guess first saga, right? You may draw a card for each artifact you control. Oh, it's a lore counter. It's like a lore step. Anyway, you may draw a card for each artifact you control. If you do, each opponent draws a card. 2 artifact spells you cast this turn cost 1 mana less to cast. 3, this saga deals X damage to target opponent where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. It's a rare enchantment saga. I think I already said that. Anyway. Next one, we got an uncommon, another really favorite character. I want to say a favorite, I guess a favorite, not one, well, anyway, I really liked him in the movies when the first Fantastic Four came out. I was a lot younger, and I just like his wittiness and charms and his playfulness. Really good character. Human Torch, Johnny Storm. Plus, I mean, that art is just really beautiful to me. It's a good picture of, flame on. He's on fire, flying through the sky. So it's a red card. It's an uncommon, 2 mana and a red, 3 mana total. Legendary creature, human hero, 2/2 power toughness, has flying, kind of obviously. Makes sense. Whenever you draw a card, if you control another hero, Human Torch deals 1 damage to target opponent. Power up, 6 and a red mana, so 7 total. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on Human Torch. Could be helpful, but I see why it's uncommon because, like I said, the cost effectiveness isn't super great. To me, that's what I notice a lot of rares and mythic rares is if it wasn't cost effective, mana cost effective, then it wouldn't be that great of a card. Um, and that's why a lot of commons and uncommons, because it costs so much mana, or in that case, like so much mana to activate that ability, it doesn't make it as useful as it could be. And then the last one I picked up, I might have to get some more. I might have to go back and get some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones I like. I might even try to get some older Lord of the Ring ones. I have a couple Lord of the Ring ones. Wish I would have gotten more when I could have, but just didn't have the opportunity. And I might have to get some Spider-Man ones. But also The Hobbit is coming out. That's the next set, so I think I might just save for that. I don't know. I don't know how much money I want to spend on opening booster packs and stuff, but I might get some just to hold on to like a booster box and maybe just let that appreciate in value. I don't know. We'll see when it happens. I'm kind of weird like that. I have some booster packs that I haven't even opened. I'm like, I just like just having the booster pack. It's just weird like that. It's just like a really collector thing. It doesn't even make any sense, but you know, then I might open it one day. Anyway, Hawkeye, Master Marksman. This one's a rare. I really like this art. Really kind of modern looking comic book drawing. So 1 in a red, it's a rare 2/2 power toughness, legendary creature, human archer hero, first strike and reach. That's really helpful. And it makes sense. Trick arrows, whenever Hawkeye becomes tapped, you may pay 1 mana up to 3 times. When you do, choose up to that many. Net. Oh, you get 3 options. Net, target creature can't block this turn. Explosive, Hawkeye deals 2 damage to target player. Boomerang, discard a card, then draw a card. So this one seems really useful and like a lot of fun actually, because of all the options it gives you, all the little tricks you could use, and that is in the name, Trick Arrows. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards I got today. There, my favorite, I really like Daredevil. I think that's a really great picture of him, really great drawing with his cane ropes. I can't think of the name of it. Whatever, wires coming out. Just his signature look. But I think this was my favorite. This one really caught my eye. Just the way the colors pop. And it's like the comic book drawing, more like, 60s style looking. Maybe even older, 40s. Just the older, gold and silver age looking drawing. Just the iconic shield throw there. So that's what I got today. Marvel Superheroes, Magic the Gathering. I was like, I gotta go get it. Might get some more. If you didn't know, you know now that it's out. Go grab some, play online. I'm contemplating getting a pre-order pass, one of the passes for Arena, but either way, it's like $50 for one of the passes. I don't know if I should spend that money. Yeah, I got those cards for like $16, really cool. Maybe they'll make DC ones one day too, but I don't know. I would say maybe DC doesn't want to sell out as much as Marvel, but I wouldn't really say it's selling out. But Marvel is, especially I feel like with Disney, is all over the place. DC is not as much. But anyway, looking forward to the Hobbit release and all that. So anyway, thanks for watching. And those are the cards I picked up today at the card shop.